The final two games of the regular season come close by as it's down to the final home game here at Dunn Field of the 2026 regular season. This may not be the end, though, at Dunn Field as the Pioneers look to try and make it into the playoffs. The chase is on. Right now they sit in fourth, but they have to beat their opponents ahead of them, and that includes the team they face in the Geneva Red Wings. It's the Geneva Red Wings, it's the Elmira Pioneers, and it's taking place here on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. As you see the motorcycles leave the field of play here with the American flag, we thank you for joining us on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Anthony Labonte taking you through the 9-inning contest here today in the West Division of the PGCBL. A lot of festivities happening here for the last home game. We had a moment of silence come in for Kelly Stage in honor of ending domestic violence in her life as well. That was taken away much too early. As if you are experiencing any complications with domestic violence, know there is an outlet to find the courage and get out of there. You can contact local police forces or you can contact local groups around the area who would be willing to help. But as well, we had the motorcade, as you saw there. We had a wiener dog race that took all these things happening along here. And now it's time for a little bit of baseball. They get ready for the first pitch coming up just momentarily here from Dunn Field. And entering into this one, the Pioneers dropped their game yesterday against the Newark Pilots, and that's what leads us to the standings right now. Batavia, they won yesterday over Auburn. They took the victory there. Jamestown, 24-10-2. Both Jamestown and Batavia are locked in. Jamestown coming very close, trying to get a couple wins to move into that first place spot. They would need a little help with Batavia as well. Jamestown, they take on Olean today, who sits in number 5. They control the entire destiny of the West Division. If they win their last 3 games, they take on Jamestown, they take on Niagara Falls, they take on Niagara. If they win all 3 of those, today, tomorrow, and Sunday, they are in the 4th spot. No need for any tiebreaker situation or anything such as that. Elmira right now, they sit in 4th. They have the little bit of a lead over Niagara due to those 2 ties. They accumulate as almost a half win in the standings. So with that, it means that the games played in comparison there makes it a little bit more in favor of the Pioneers by just a couple of millimeters of points. But the Pioneers currently have the lead, unless if there were to be some rainouts or anything like that. Don't seem to be any rain in the forecast, especially not today. Geneva, they are out of the playoff race along with Niagara Falls and Newark, but a lot can change in these couple of days. What the Pioneers need to do is get a couple wins today against Geneva, on Sunday against Auburn, and hope that Olean drops the game. The way that the Pioneers were to be able to clinch if they are not able to beat Auburn on Sunday would be if Niagara loses today, wins tomorrow, Olean loses their next 2. That's how this thing will end up working. There is a lot of factors to go into it, and I'll take you through all of them as we look around the PGCBL. But what we're looking at right now is going to be the man on the mound. It's Zach Nelson for the Elmira Pioneers. Comes in for his first game pitching since that game against Niagara Falls, the second half of the doubleheader, where there were a pair of grand slams hit by Logan Stickler. Nelson comes in here, was originally slated to be Brendan Hayes. Last minute ends up changing. Seems to be a little bit of complications. Going to give him another day's rest. If they end up needing him for that game in Auburn, it's going to be crucial to see how Nelson performs here. Normally pitches just at home, and today will be his start. He gets ready and starts warming up right now. The meeting between the umpires and the coaches set to take off, and the Pioneers get ready for their second to last ball game of the season. Geneva as well. This is their second to last as they look at another one later this weekend. We thank you for joining us here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. You're spending your Friday evening here as Dumac gets ready to throw down, and we'll get ready to start this game underway. Coming up to bat is going to be Dylan Briggs, who's the extra hitter for the Geneva Red Wings. They run 10 in their lineup today. Briggs the other day played against the Pioneers And in that appearance, he went 0 for 3, did get a walk, however. Looking to see if he can build this one on. Geneva tied with Niagara yesterday. Interesting way that's going to end up panning out for the West Division. But all that happens here is win the game in front of you, and that's what Coach Drum and his team look to do. Zach Nelson gets set on the rubber. First pitch coming in, and that'll be a strike, and that will start things off. Official start time, 6:56 p.m. here from Elmira, New York. And it's an 0-1 count that now faces off against Briggs. Briggs played in the last game between these two sides in left field. Pitch, and that one's hit on the ground. It's going to be attacked there by Nelson. In there part of the bat, it was swung off of. Nelson's just going to flip it on over to Aylward in time for the first out. And with that, let's take a peek at the fielders for the Elmira Pioneers. At third base, it's Manny Castro. Jalen Tidwell plays short. Manny Esley's at second, while Jack Aylward's over at first. The outfield from left to right. Get accustomed to these guys. It's Trevor Reed in left, Brett Baker in center field, and Tyson Gingrich over in right, while Brandon Duback does the catching for Zach Nelson. Now up to bat is going to be Quinn Mahoney, the left fielder for this ball game. That one is swung on there. It's high in the air. It's going to be called off by Jalen Tidwell. He moves over towards his left, gets underneath it, makes the grab, and just like that, in just only 3 pitches, Zach Nelson has the first 2 outs of the ball game, following that pop fly that Tidwell catches. And now it's going to be Saiji Tamura coming up now for the Red Wings. He is the catcher in the ball game here. Did not play in that game the other night and looks to try and get something going here. He's batting .333 so far in the season. However, that's just through 12 at-bats, so small sample size to look at. First pitch, that one's inside corner strike. The off-speed and the breaking balls, the key pitches for Zach Nelson that he looks to try and bring on here. 2 down, 0-1 count to Tamura. The pitch, that one's hit off the out into the bat. Attacking that one is going to be Baker. He gets underneath, flashes the leather, and makes the third out. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. The batters all go down in the span of just 6 pitches here. And the Pioneers get ready to try and bat, put some numbers on the board from Dunfield. Bottom of the first, coming up now here from historic Dunfield, as the Pioneers were able to send down the the Geneva Red Wings 1-2-3. And now coming up is going to be the bats. And Alex Davis leading off for the Pioneers, batting .265 so far this season. He gets ready to step in and go here. He had a hit the other day against these Red Wings. Now has to face off against Dominic Berthon. This will be his second game played this season. And it's going to be his, in terms of pitching, his second appearance. And this will be his first start of the year. First pitch coming to Davis. That's going to plunk him. He heads over to first base. He gets on via hit by pitch. Pioneers have a man on, look to try and do some damage. For Berthon, he enters into the game. That last appearance, 2 innings pitched from the bullpen, where he enters with a 9 ERA. Davis gets on first for the Pioneers, and now Manny Castro steps up. A 6-game hitting streak he looks to keep intact for this one. The pitch, as Alex Davis is looking to run, will stay back. It's going to be an outside pitch, ball 1. Head down low into the dirt. And that Elmira is able to make the stop on. Davis throw back over. We're trying to go for a pickoff. Buxton tries to apply the tag. It won't be in time. Remains 1-0. Manny Castro, last game against these Red Wings, was able to get a piece of it. That one goes past Elmira's legs. It's down in the dirt. That one's going to go. We'll see what they end up ruling if it's a wild pitch or a pass ball. But either way, it moves on over Alex Davis to second base for Manny Castro. He had 3 hits in that game. He went 3 for 4 against Geneva. And back on the bus, he had his bat and kissed it and said, I'm going to keep you for a while. 2-0, the pitch. That one's down low in the dirt again. Elmira with a good block. It's 3-0 now for Manny Castro. Castro looking to get on, get 2 men on for the Pioneers. Try and put some runs on the board. The pitch, that one, inside corner strike. Uncompetitive pitch there. Castro was just holding off. I mean, when you see two pitches there go in the dirt, don't try and swing. That one, outside low, ball 4. Manny Castro gets on via walk, and now it's going to be a man on second and a man on first for the Pioneers, with coming up being Brett Baker. Brent Baker enters into this one, no longer having his hitting streak that he was using upon, but now continues with his on-base streak. 27 games in a row he's been able to get on. So far in this season, he's got 27 RBIs. That leads the entire team. That one goes in the dirt, and it's going to hit Baker in the legs. So counted 28 games in a row he gets on. Second man hit by pitch in this ball game. And that's the 3rd free pass given up by Berthon. As now it's men all over the place for the cleanup man and Brandon Duback, who comes into this one looking to swing the bat. He had a swing the last game in that 9th inning there that was able to continue on. He had a single unscored a run. Trying to come back in that loss to Newark. Pitch, that one's hit off the end of the bat. It's going to head over towards right field. Trying to track after that one, and making the track there is going to be the right fielder in Filipponi, but it's going to be a tag up coming from Alex Davis. Castro will move over to third, and so that will put 1 on the board. It's 1-0 in favor of the Pioneers following the sacrifice fly by Brandon Duback. You trading out for a run there, and with that, let's take a peek around the field for the Geneva Red Wings. C.J. Arrigo plays third. Casey Bearcroft is at short. Lucas March is at second. Ben Buxton's at first. The outfield from left to right, Quinn Mahoney, Jeremy Riccio, and Nick Filipponi, while Saiji Tamura is behind the dish for Dominic Berthon. As now coming up is Jalen Tidwell, and we talk about the hit by pitches. Jalen Tidwell knows all about that one. First pitch comes in. That one's low. Throw down towards second base. Not in time. Checking to see if there's going to be a double steal attempt. No good. Stolen bag there coming in for Brett Baker. So trying to do the double steal. Able to hold off there was the man over at third base in Castro. So now it's a man on third, a man on second for Tidwell. The pitch, that one, outside corner strike. Tidwell has 2 home runs here at Dunfield. Could light this game open if he gets another one here. 1-1, the pitch, that one swung on and tipped into the mid for a foul strike. It's going to go 1-2. When Tidwell hits a home run, someone else in the game also hits a home run. Both of his home runs have come here at Dunn Field. The pitch on the 1-2. That one swung hard but foul. Pulls one too far, heads over towards the picnic area. There. His first time up, it was a back-to-back home run situation with Jack Tubman and then Jalen Tidwell. The next time was a 23-0 ball game against Newark, where he was the last run of the ball game. The pitch comes in, and that one's in the dirt. It's going to be 2-2. That game, Brandon Duback hit a home run to start things off. So with 2-2 counting coming out for Jalen Tidwell, trying to move Castro and Baker along the base path with just one out. The pitch, that one inside. It's going to be 3-2. As a full count comes in here, the Pioneers do not have a single hit in this ball game. 3-2, the pitch. That one swung on there. That'll be the first hit. It's going to drop in towards center field. Castro's going to come on home. They hold up Baker. It's an RBI single for Jalen Tidwell. It's now going to be 2-0. And they pump it up here at Dunn Field, and that's what the team is doing. First hit of the ball game comes in, and the Pioneers lead this one. And now coming up is going to be Tyson Gingrich, the right fielder, to take this one forward. Batting .268 so far this season. Trying to see if he can get another knock in here for Tidwell. That one there will be RBI number 18 on the year. And his 2 runs have already scored. First pitch outside, ball 1. Berthon has already matched the amount that he had in that last relief appearance. 2 earned runs in that one. The pitch, that one bounces in the dirt. Tidwell will walk on over towards second base. 2-0 count coming here to Gingrich. As now it's going to be 2 men in scoring position once again for the Pioneers. Gingrich has the speed if need be. That throw, that one's down low, goes past the legs there of Tamura. Running over is Baker, but he'll go back towards third base. Got a quick jump. Had to get the sign back from the man at the dish in Gingrich to tell him, hey, go back. Makes it back safely. It's a 3-0 count here. Have to see if Tyson gets the green light. Righty-lefty matchup right now. Berthon pitch, that one outside, ball 4. Gingrich heads over to first base, and the bases are once again loaded. As it looks to be a mound visit coming up here between Tamura and his man on the mound. And now the infield's going to come on in terms of Buxton to have a conversation with Jack Aylward coming up here. Final home game at Dunn Field. Jack Aylward would love to send one over the left field wall. So far this season, he's been able to get over that wall. It's just been a little bit foul. Now opportunity with the bases loaded. Trying to get another home run this season. Aylward, 3 home runs, all on the road. He got one in Batavia, he got one in Geneva, and he got one in Newark. Aylward calls a timeout before he steps on in. Pioneers wearing their red jerseys here today. And being auctioned off post-scheme. That one swung on there, foul. It's just roped around. Not enough power here to get to the wall, but goes enough foul. It's an 0-1 count. Aylward playing first base today. He was the DH yesterday when Dumack moved over to first. Bases loaded, 0-1. Pitch, that one swung on a miss there for a strike. Jack Aylward this season has an on-base percentage of .462. He's also struck out 19 times. That's the second most on the team, right behind Alex Davis, and right there will be strikeout number 20. He swings on and misses there. 3 pitches, 3 swings, 3 strikes. Down goes Aylward. That's the second out. And now with the bases loaded, comes up Trevor Reed to take this one. Reed batting .297 so far this year. The pitch, that one swung on the ground there. It's going to be bounced over by Lucas Marsh. He's going to have a trouble dealing it. Throw over to first. Is it in time? They say it is. A very close play, but that will get the third out. So 3 are left on for the Pioneers, but they are able to score a pair. It's 2-0 as we head to the top half of the second inning. When we return, Pioneers lead, and Zach Nelson looks to continue that here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom's South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top 2 incoming now. Zach Nelson returns to the mound. Pioneers able to give him some cushion. It's a 2-0 lead right now. As coming up is going to be Jeremy Riccio, the center fielder for the Geneva Red Wings, who last game against the Pioneers was 0 for 3 in the ball game. First pitch, that one goes up high, ball 1. Nelson was efficient in the first inning. Got his man out in 6 or less pitches. 1-0. The throw, that one swung on there. It's sky high. Underneath that is going to be Esley. He calls off Tidwell. Tidwell runs into him. Just miscommunication there, but Esley's able to make the grab. So it's 1 down now for the Red Wings on 2 pitches, and that's what Nelson does. He's able to get some quick swings. As now coming up is going to be Ben Buxton following the pop out to second. As Ben Buxton steps in now. Nelson's first pitch to him. That one is swung foul. Just loops on around. So the left-handed first baseman gets ready now to go for them. Buxton so far this season. This will be his 20th game played, 19th started. He's got 19 hits on the year, a pair of extra base hits included with that. Batting .328. We're going to try and get the first hit on the board for the Red Wings. That one's outside. 1-1. Pioneers dropped their game yesterday to the Newark Pilots. A tough loss because with a win there, the Pioneers would control their own fate. Now that's in the hands of Leanne. Grounder there goes to Castro, throws across the diamond over to Aylward for the grab and the out. So just like that, 2 down now for Zach Nelson. Efficiency has been the word so far to use. Is now coming up as CJ Arago playing third base today. Arago pitched yesterday in the game against Niagara, the Ironbacks, where he ended up pitching in those late innings, the 8th and the 9th, and sent that game to the 10th and ended up tying. 2 down now. Nelson delivers outside, ball 1. So Nelson so far, he's kind of mixed between that first pitch strike, first pitch ball. Gets ready for this one. The throw, that one is hit towards right center field. Baker's going to run for that one. It's going to drop in front of him. First hit of the ball game for the Red Wings. It's going to be a single by C.J. Arago on that one. Just a bloop single there. And now Geneva has a man on. Going up now is going to be Nick Filipponi here for the Red Wings, who had a single and a sacrifice hit in the last game against these two teams on the season. For Filipponi, he's batting .234. This year will be his 17th game started as he comes to the plate. First man on for Geneva. There in Arago. Now Filipponi gets set. The throw from Nelson, that one is swung on first pitch, heads towards center field. Attacking that one is going to be Baker. He grabs it with the glove, and Baker so far, with the hat flying off and the freshly shaved head, gets the third out. Couple of plays there, and that will be the end of the top half of the second inning. We head to the bottom half of the second. 2-0 in favor of the Pioneers. They look to continue their hot bats when we return. We return here, bottom of the second inning. Manny Esley now steps up to the plate here. The 10-hole hitter, the only man who did not get up to bat last time up. First pitch comes to him. He swings on it. It's going to drop on it. It's going to be another hit for Esley. Heads towards left field. Esley turns for 2. He's going to start his run. He heads over. A misplay over in left field. Esley's at second there on that one. We'll see if they rule that as a single extended by the error. But either way, it's a hit for Manny Esley, and there's a man on second base. And just like that, the fireworks start for the Pioneers. And coming up is going to be Alex Davis. He got hit by the pitch his first time up. Now he gets set to go here. Just talked to our official scorer. Official word on that one, a double for Manny Esley. He gets another one on the board as Davis takes first pitch for a ball. It's going to be a 1-0 count incoming now. Here. That one swung foul. On that one, it's going to go 1-1. For Esley, that there will be his 8th hit of the season and his 3rd double on the year. 3 extra base hits for Manny Esley this season. And they've all been doubles. And a man in scoring position here for Davis. Set to throw with Berthon. Pitch, that one. Up high, but in the zone. There. They rule it, though, as just a touch high. 2-1. Coming now. Pinch, that one down low, bounces past Tamura. Esley's going to move towards third. He turns towards home. Will he go? No, he will not. He'll hold up. No sign there from Coach Drum to go. Just watch and wait, as now it is going to be a 3-1 count. Coming in here for Alex Davis. Does not need to swing the bat here. Set to go. The pitch, that one hits Davis again. Second hit by pitch on the day for Alex Davis, and he'll get on over to first base. Hit him right in the square of the back, and now coming up is Manny Castro. Walked his first time up. Now with men in the corners, trying to get a hit on here. Put some more runs on. Pioneers already lead by 2. But an opportunity to extend that. Just 2 hits in the ball game, one coming off of the bat of Jalen Tidwell, the other by Manny Esley earlier in this one. That one goes low. Davis runs over to second. Stolen bag for him. So now it's 2 men in scoring position for Manny Castro with a 1-0 count. The pitch, that one inside 2-0. Just a beautiful day here at Dunn Field in the 80s earlier today. The pitch, that one is hit off the end of the bat. It heads over towards third. It's going to get past third baseman. Shortstop there, and Burcroft grabs it. He's not going to be able to make a throw. It's an infield single for Manny Castro. He extends his hitting streak and gets an RBI on the board. 7 games in a row, Manny Castro has gotten a hit, and Manny Esley does the favor and comes on home. It's 3-0 in favor of the Pioneers with no outs on the board here in the second inning. Now coming up is going to be Brett Baker. He was hit by the pitches last time up. That one hit him in the foot. And he steps into the box here. Fireworks after the game as well here at Dunn Field. Berthon takes a step off before getting a go. Just the adjustment of the mask there. The home plate umpire as well. Davis runs. That one outside. Throw down towards second for Castro. He stands up and he's stolen the bag. A double steal by the Pioneers. So now it's men on second and third. That pitch went outside. It's 1-0 here for Baker. Set, throw, swung, miss. Good breaking stuff there. The pitch, that one, swung on the ground, it's comebacker, and it's going to go through into the outfield. 1 run will score. Castro will get the sign to go. The throw comes on home. Slide, in time, no! Castro's on home. It's 2 runs for the Pioneers on a single where he reaches to 2. It's 5-0 in favor of the Pioneers. And just like that, the pitching coach comes out and looks like it could be a talk. No sign shown out to the bullpen yet in terms of a new arm. But a big swing there by Brett Baker gets to home. As Brandon Duback waits on here for that one. So final ruling on that one, a single extended to a double off of the throw on home. That was just a perfect place ball in terms of going up the middle, getting past the glove of Berthon, and moving into the outfield. Throw on home just a little bit offline. Allowed Castro to slide on in. So now Brandon Dumack comes up. Had that sacrifice fly his last time up. Scored the first run of the ball game. We're going to see if we can get another piece of this baseball. 5-0 in favor of the Pioneers. No outs here in the second inning. The pitch, that one in the dirt, goes past Tamura. Brett Baker's going to run towards third, turns towards home, will not end up going. and now it's a man on third base for the Pioneers to look and try and get through. One 0 count. The pitch, that one. Inside corner strike. Going to be for strike one, so it's a 1-1. Now here for Dubak. Once again, playing as the first baseman yesterday, his second game at first base, back to catching today. That one's hit hard. It's going to go to the glove of Arrego, but it's going to bounce off of his glove. Hard play there. Dubak gets on. They'll rule it a single, and that will make it a 6-0 ball game. An RBI single for Brandon Dubak. Makes it 6-0, and now comes up the man who got the first hit of the game here in Jalen Tidwell. That was a hard hit ball. Cannot blame Arrego. That was a tough one to play. As Tidwell steps in now to go here. The Red Wings beat the Elmira Pioneers last Tuesday here at Dunn Field. Throw back over towards first base, not in time. Entering into the game just the other day on Wednesday, the series was tied, the season series. Now it's in favor of the Pioneers. That one's going to hit Tidwell. That's his 18th time getting hit by the pitch on the season, and he remains in first place in the PGCBL in that statistical category. Heads on over to first. And now it's going to be a brand new arm coming in. The coach comes on out to get his guy out of here. We'll step aside. 2 men on for the Pioneers and still no outs. It's 6-0 in favor of Elmira when we return here on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahunas, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. New arm Jackson Slater comes out for the Red Wings as they go to a pitching change just in the second inning. It is 6-0 in favor of Elmira. Geneva have not been able to get it out here in this bottom half of the second inning, and coming up is going to be the next batter in Tyson Gingrich, who walked his first time up. 2 men on for him. Over at second base, it's Brandon Dubak, while Jalen Tidwell occupies first. Dubak had an infield single that scored a run, while Tidwell got hit by the pitch. First throw in towards Gingrich from Slater. That one goes for a ball there. So it's going to be 1-0 coming for him. Pitch coming in very shortly here. Goes that one. Low corner strike. Throw down towards third base. No good. It goes past the glove of Arago. Heads over towards the outfield. Dubek will come on home. Tidwell will stay up towards third base. And that comes on home run number 7 for the Pioneers. 1-1 count. Man now on third base in Jalen Tidwell. 7-0 Elmira. And so Gingrich will come on in. 1-1 count here. Look down goes to Tamura from Slater. The pitch, that one outside 2-1. 2-1 count incoming for Tyson Gingrich. Getting ready to go here. The throw, that one swung foul. Goes 2-2. Around the PGCBL right now, Batavia currently leads over Newark. It's 8-0 in the bottom of the third inning. Jamestown is losing against Olean right now. Olean leads. That's 4-3. Important game for the fourth spot of the West Division. Niagara right now tied with Niagara Falls. It's 0-0 bottom 4. Pitch comes in. That one swung foul there. So we'll remain a 2-2 count for Tyson Gingrich. Once again, Elmira Pioneers hold the fourth spot right now over Olean due to the 4-game sweep that they had on the season. Niagara just a touch away. Pitch, that one is fouled away due to their 2 games that went as ties. They're less than a almost 0-0 half percentage behind the 2 teams. 2-2, the pitch. That one swung on there, heads over to the outfield. Another hit coming in for the Pioneers. Hit number 6 and run number 8. Tyson Gingrich has himself a single. And it's just been moving and moving for the Pioneers as now they're up 8-0. And Jackie Oward will come up. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He struck out his last time up, swung on every pitch he saw. Got a couple of good hacks at it, but just got whipped around the last time up. Looking to try and get something here with Gingrich over at first. No outs here. First pitch comes in. That one inside corner strike. So holds off on pitch number 1. As Slater looks on over towards first base. The throw. That one swung hard, heading over towards the left side of the field, but it'll go foul. Just pulled a little bit too far. There. Slater returns to the mound, trying to get the first down of the ball game. Excuse me, not of the ball game, of the second inning for the Geneva Red Wings. 0-2, the pitch. That one swung foul again, just on top of it. Goes foul. When Trevor Reed comes up next, that'll be the 10th batter of this inning. Meaning that they have gone through the entire lineup just through this inning. Getting ready to throw now. Slater deals. That one swung foul again, just a touch early is Jack Aylward. Gingrich was booking it. Remains 0-2. Set, throws, down low, did not go. It's going to be a 1-2 now coming for Aylward. Pioneers looking to redeem a loss yesterday, 8-6 against the Newark Pilots, playing against a team they faced just 2 days ago in Geneva. That one outside corner, no good. Goes 2-2. Geneva right now not in An opportunity for the playoffs. They were eliminated the other night. That one drops low. 3-2. They sit in the 7th spot in the West Division. However, still a lot to play for the team. Especially some players who look to transfer, get some more tape on their resume. Try and work. Full count. The pitch. That one. Outside, no good. Ball 4. And Jack Aylward will get on via walk. No outs, and this will be the 10th batter. Trevor Reed comes up now. As Reed earlier in this game, he had that ground out where he just missed it by maybe fractions of inches to get over to first. It was a bang-bang play that the field umpire ruled in favor of the fielders for the 3rd out. Slater delivers. That one low. Ball 1. Pioneers have scored 6 in this inning. 2 in the first. The pitch outside, but gets the corner. Strike. Delayed call there on the strike. Goes 1-1. Pitch. That one swung hard, heads over towards Arego, but it's going to go past his glove and drop into the outfield. Turning on the corner now there, it's going to be Gingrich. Aylward will stay at second. It's an RBI single for Trevor Reed. The hits just keep on coming. And now the Pioneers are up 9-0 over Geneva. Still no outs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Man on second, man on first, Jack Aylward. And now coming up is going to be Manny Esley. He started this inning off, first pitch, swinging, double. The pitch, outside corner, no good. It's going to be 1-0. Slater sat. Kicks. Deals. That one swung by Esley. It's going to drop on in. Another hit for the Pioneers. Aylward will not get the call to move. That's hit number 8. And Esley has his 2nd hit of the ball game off a single and a double, both in this inning. The bases are loaded for Alex Davis. Manny Esley has seen just 3 pitches in his at-bats and has 2 hits. Davis gets ready to go. Hit by the pitch twice so far today. The throw, that one outside. Strike. Once again, delayed call there on the strike call. See the umpire look over, take a second, then give the point for the strike. 0-1, the pitch, that one swung on the ground. It's going to be attacked there by the first baseman, who throws on over to home for the force play for the out. So Aylward gets out at home. Tamura makes the grab. Good throw by Buxton. Good play there to attack on the swinging bunt. Coach Drum's going to have a conversation with the home plate umpire, making the argument that the ball ended up coming out of Tamura. Not a good angle from our view. They're going to check with the field ump to see if the ball did come out. That means Aylward will be safe. They say he's safe. That's run number 10. Infield bunt. Swinging bunt there. Comes by way of Alex Davis. It's 10-0 Pioneers. And so they'll dust off home plate. And coming up is going to be Manny Castro. RBI single earlier in this ball game. He also had a walk. Extended his hitting streak to 7 games. He scored Manny Esley. Pitch, that one swung high into the air. Heads over towards center field. Getting underneath that one is going to be Riccio, who makes the grab and gets the out. First out here of the inning comes there. Trevor Reed will not tag up over at third base. So the entire order went through without an out. Now the first out comes in there off of Castro. And the fly ball to center field as now Brett Baker comes up. He had the single last time and then scored a pair of runs. Was able to advance to second base on the throw on to home. Here. The pitch, that one. Outside strike. Looked a touch bit more outside, but must have just clipped a little bit of the plate. That's all Slater needs. He gets the first strike of this at-bat. 0-1, the pitch, that one high, 1-1. Eight hits so far in this ballgame. That one swung and missed there by Baker. Goes 1-2. 10 runs for the Pioneers. Every single batter has gotten on today. 1-2 the count. Slater delivers. That one swung on there by Baker. Heads over towards right field. Going back for that one is going to be Filipponi. He keeps on running back. He's underneath the shading. Makes the snag. Tag up comes in by Reed. Throw comes on in. It's not going to be time. It's a sacrifice hit fly coming here for Brett Baker to score another run. It is 11-0 in favor of the Pioneers. So now it's Esley over at third base. First base still has Alex Davis. 2 down, 11-0, Elmira. Now coming up is Brandon Dubeck. 1 for 1 in the ball game. He has a single, an RBI single, as well as a sacrifice fly. Has to put something in play here if he wants to score another run. That one goes down low. 1-0. The final regular season home game for the Elmira Pioneers, and they have put on a fireworks show so far, not including the fireworks after the game. It's 11-0. That one goes for a strike. They've scored 9 runs just in this inning. The entire lineup went through, gone on base safely without an out. 1-1, the pitch. That one swung on there by Dubeck. Heads over towards center field. Riccio is going to get underneath that one. Davis was running already, but that will be the third out. So ends the second inning. It is 11-0 in favor of the Elmira Pioneers. Here, we head to the top half of the third. The bats of Geneva look to try and get hot when we return. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, Serve Pro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom's South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. We return here for the top half of the third inning. The Pioneers scored 9 in the bottom half of the second. That makes it an 11-0 ball game. Favor of Elmira as Geneva looks to try and get something going here. And Casey Burkroff now steps up for the Red Wings, taking his first at-bat of the ball game here against Zach Nelson. Efficient so far through this one. Nelson looks to continue to deal. First pitch, outside corner strike for the right-hander. And so far on this ball game for Zach Nelson, he's thrown just a grand total of 14 pitches to get 6 outs. Averaging just a little over 2 pitches per out. That one is low. It's going to go 1-1. Dunfield packed today for the final home game of the regular season. That one goes for a strike as well. Nelson, strong outing so far through his first 2 innings. Just 1 hit allowed. The pitch, that one swung on foul. And that's the one base runner, was that hit. Around the PGCBL right now, Niagara Falls currently leads over the Ironbacks. It's 1-0. That has playoff implications. The Ironbacks aren't able to win that one. It's going to be very difficult to try and make it into the 4th seed for the West Division playoffs. Pitch comes in there by Nelson. That one's going to go high. It's 2-2. As well, out in Olean, the Oilers lead the Tarp Skunks. The Oilers have had the Tarp Skunks number this season. 5-3 in favor of the Olean team. That one's hit on the ground. It's going to be attacked there by Aylward. He bombs it. He runs on over, flips over to Nelson, who gets a foot on the bag for the out. Good play there by Aylward to keep it in front of him. Good crack by Burkroff. Will go for an out, though. Now coming up is Lucas Marsh for Geneva. Getting ready to go here. 1 down. He represents the 9-hitter. He's the second baseman in the ball game. Had a couple good plays last game for Geneva. And looks like continuing to work off of. Pitch comes in. That one's low. Ball 1. 1-0 coming now. Ensley and Tidwell playing further back on the infield dirt. Not touching the outfield grass quite yet. Pitch, that one's hit high in the air, heads over towards right center field. It's going to be an attack there by the right fielder, Enticing Gingrich, who makes the grab and gets the out there on the second pitch. So just 2 pitches for him, and now it's 2 down, following the F9. Now it's the 10-hitter, Christian Bermudez, looking to work. Zach Nelson remains on the stripe. As he gets set now, ready to go. Pitch comes in, that one's fouled. Heads back into the netting. Dubek will get a new baseball to throw on in. We saw the game here at Dunfield where Newark and Elmira played, and Elmira was able to put up 23 runs. That was a good day for Landon Birch, but honestly, what Zach Nelson's done so far in this one has been mesmerizing in terms of getting just quick pitches in there for quick outs. 1-1 here. The throw, that one is hit hard, foul. So now it's a 1-2. Nelson does not have a strikeout in this ball game. Looking to continue to deal. Looks down towards Dubak, who will get set up now. Kick, deal. That one is swung on, heads over towards left field. Into the sun. Reed will head over, gets underneath. Can of corn for him. Third out comes in. There, Geneva will go hitless there in that inning. No man getting on either. We head to the bottom half of the third. Pioneers scored 9 last time up. See if they can try and replicate that when we return. Jalen Tidwell gets ready to make his third plate appearance in the ball game. Slater remains on the mound for Geneva. Pioneers have 11 runs on the board, where every single batter has gotten on safely, including Jalen Tidwell, who is 1 for 1 on the game so far. Had that RBI single that started off the hitting, then was also hit by the pitch last inning. Looks to come up to work here. First pitch from Slater, that one outside, not in the corner, will not be a strike. It's ball 1. Slater has been working to get those edges of the plate, and he's been working pretty efficiently when it comes to that. 1-0, that one's hit on the ground. It's going to be attacked there by the second baseman in Marsh. Throws over to first. It's going to be in time for the out. So first one goes down there, and Jalen Tidwell, one down now. It's coming up is going to be Tyson Gingrich. And the right fielder who is 1 for 1 on the day with a walk and also an RBI single to his name. One of those 11 runs, one of the 9 runs in the last inning. And he crosses up the plate and gets ready to go here. Pioneers just batting 9 in this ball game. That one hits Gingrich. He'll get on for the 3rd time today on a hit by pitch. Now coming up is going to be Jack Aylward. Aylward walked his last time up. That was a full count walk. Struck out his first time. 0 for 1 on the ball game. Here. 1 down for Slater. Came in the 2nd inning in replacement of Berthon, who was not able to get the out. That one outside. Ball 1. Went just a grand total of 1 inning pitch for the Red Wings. Into that, he ended up having 5 hits, 8 earned runs, 2 walks. That one is hit towards foul territory, and it's going to drop on in towards that warning track. Foul, no catch there. 1 strikeout for Berthon through 14 batters. That person he struck out was Jack Aylward. As it's now a 1-1 count for him. Gingrich over at first. The pitch, that one goes inside, 2-1. Aylward is very cognizant of his zone and how it adjusts throughout the at-bat. If he's understanding that pitches upstairs are getting called, he begins to swing, and that's what ended up happening yesterday in the game against Newark. A couple of pitches went towards his neck, eye-line sort of area. Called strike first, so he ended up having the swings go up high. This timeout is called there by Aylward. He'll come back on. Slater looking to continue to deal. No one currently warming up in the bullpen for Geneva. The pitch, that one gets the strike. Good throw there by Slater on that one. Now it's once again a full count for Jack Aylward. He walked his last time up. Have to see how aggressive he gets here with a pitch. 3-2, the throw, that one swung on a miss there for a strikeout, his 2nd strikeout of the ball game. So that's the 2nd strikeout in the entire ball game for both sides. Now coming up is going to be Trevor Reed. 2 down for the Pioneers. Man on first, trying not to leave him on. As Reed comes up. 1 for 2 on the day so far. Has a single and scored a run as well. He had a ground out. That was a tough play to make by Marsh, but was able to do so. That one's high, ball 1. (1-0) now for Trevor Reed. I'd like to give an update on the Olean game, and that one's fouled off. It is now 8-3 in favor of Olean over Jamestown. They have gone on an absolute heater. 8-3, Olean over Jamestown. If Olean wins their next 3 games, they automatically clinch the 4th seed in the West Division, no matter what happens with Elmira or with Niagara. The pitch, that one's high. It heads over towards the press box. It's over top of me. I could hear that one start rolling back down and falling behind us. It's a 1-2 count here for Trevor Reed. Look over. Now set. The pitch, that one runs inside. 2-2. Reed close to getting hit there. It's well that game out in Niagara Falls between the Canadian team in Niagara and the American team in the Niagara Falls. 1-0 in favor of the Americans. That one goes on in. It's going to miss it. Slater thought he had strike 3. Give a tap. Just saying my B. Thought I had that one. It's now a full count coming here for Trevor Reed. Tyson Gingrich on at first base will run on this pitch. The throw, that one, outside, ball 4. A walk in there for Trevor Reed. And now it's 2 men on coming up for Manny Esley. 2 hits so far in the ballgame. Both came in the last inning. He had a single and a double. He started off with that double. Trying to see if he can do it again. Get a couple runs home in this ballgame. First pitch getting ready to come in here by Slater. Large lead by Gingrich over at second. The throw swung on there by Esley. Not able to hold up his check swing. That'll be a strike. Was committed on that one. He got that double in the first swing that he got. First pitch he saw. Then he took 2 pitches before. He took 1 pitch and then swung the next time. That throw over towards second base will not be close. Gingrich makes it on back there safely. 0-1. The line right now, 0 runs, 1 hit, 1 error for Geneva. Pioneers, 11 runs, 8 hits, 0 errors. Set. Kicks, deals. That one swung on there by Esley, goes foul. Too far foul towards the right side. It's going to head over to the top of the stands here. 0-2 now for the Elms College player. Etzling gets back in and ready to go. 0-2. Set. Kick. Deal. Swung. Miss. Strike 3. That's the 3rd out. So another strikeout comes in here for Jackson Slater. And so we head to the top half of the 4th inning. Pioneers currently lead 11-0 over the Geneva Red Wings when we return here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Top 4 incoming now here on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network. Anthony Labonte taking you through this 9-inning contest. As coming up is going to be the top of the order for the Geneva Red Wings. It's Dylan Briggs, who's 0 for 1 in the ball game. He had that ground out to Zach Nelson earlier, as he gets ready to go now. Pioneers did not score in the last inning. Their first inning, they have not scored. First pitch, inside corner, no good. Ball 1, good eye there, coming from the man at the plate in Briggs. It's actually 10-3 now out at Bradner Stadium in Olean between the Oilers and the Terpskunks. That one's hit hard. Heads over towards center field, left center field. Going back for that one is Baker, but it's going to knock against the wall. Hits off the Susan M. Minchin side over there, and that's going to be a double. Dylan Briggs gets the second hit of the ball game for the Red Wings. He's got himself a double. Now coming up is Quinn Mahoney to try and move him along. Red Wings looking to try and build some momentum, get back into this one. Just need the little wins over anything. Other games are around the PGCBL right now. Batavia, the Muck Dogs, they lead 12-0 over Newark, the Pilots. And then out at Niagara Falls, 3-0 in favor of the Americans over the Ironbacks. Pitch comes in. That's outside. If every score were to hold right now in this one, the game tomorrow would be almost a determining factor between Olean and Niagara in terms of what the Pioneers are looking at on Sunday. That one is ripped towards the right field. It's going to drop down before the line there. Heads over towards the foul pole. One run is going to score. Briggs comes on home, and over to second on RBI double there is Quinn Mahoney. The ball goes past, though. Back up, able to come in by Trevor Reed to make sure it's not too much. It's now going to be 11-1 in favor of the Pioneers. Back-to-back doubles for the Red Wings. So now Saija Tamura comes up here. Flew out his last time up to Brett Baker over in center field. As the shadows begin to elongate, we thank you for joining us past the 8 o'clock hour here, as that one's down low. 1-0. The wind right now blowing in a little bit, not too much though. Gusts not a big factor on this one. Nelson trying to get the first out here of the 4th inning. The pitch, that one's hit high in the air into foul territory. Dubek's going to run for that one, but hold up because he realizes it's going too far over. Hits off the roof. It's going to be a 1-1. Back into the box now comes Tamura. Has had a couple good plays behind the plate today. That pitch, that one's hit off the end of the bat. Heads over towards right field. Gingrich goes back there. Makes the grab. Tag there by Mahoney, but won't go. So first down comes there on a fly out to right field. Now coming up is going to be Jeremy Riccio. He popped one up that Manny Esley was able to grab. His last time up. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Jeremy Riccio steps in here. Ready to go. Got that compression sleeve on his right arm. The pitch, that one goes for a strike. It's a nice contrast in colors. He has the sort of light blue, I don't even know, maybe aqua blue, you could potentially call it. Aquamarine. Just a nice contrast to the red that Geneva ends up wearing, along with those grays. The pitch, that one, hit off the end of the bat, foul. So Riccio's looking at an 0-2 count. Back-to-back doubles started off this inning. Nelson gets a lick of the fingers and will now grab the ball and getting ready to go. Off speed, a good pitch for Nelson so far today. Let's see if he goes for it. 0-2. The throw, that one. Hit off the end of the bat, hands over towards shortstop there in Tidwell. Tough bounce, but he makes the grab, throws over to first. Is it in time? It is. Great play there by Jalen Tidwell. Player who was named as one of the hardest working members of this Elmira Pioneers team. They're all hard workers, but something to note about Jalen Tidwell, how he comes out here before every single day to get ground balls. Him and Trevor Reed take ground balls at short from Coach Burkhan to just try and play on these hops at Dunfield and get more accustomed to them. Tidwell, of course, coming in as the everyday shortstop in favor of Michael Gardner. That one goes down low. It's ball number 1. 1-0 count. Looks towards Duback. Gets the sign here. Zach Nelson. The pitch, that one. Down low, but they're going to ask to see if he swung. And they say that he did. It goes for a strike. So a 1-1 count now coming in here. Pitch, that one outside. It's going to go 2-1. Kick, deal from Nelson, that one foul tipped. It's going to be strike 2. 2-2 now here for Buxton, who grounded one over to Castro earlier, who made a great throw from the hot corner over to first base. The lights begin to turn on here at historic Dunfield. 2-2, the pitch, outside, ball 3. Just got in the way there of Nelson. Full count now. Set, ready to deliver. 3-2 the pitch. That one, it bounces low, ball 4. Dumack stares down towards third base in case of a potential run there by Quinn Mahoney. He moved over last time on the ground out. So first walk issued on the day by Zach Nelson. It's men on the corners coming up now. And as CJ Arago steps in, he had the single earlier in the ball game. Trying to see if he can replicate that here, score another run for Geneva. They have one already. Set to go now, the pitch, that one in there for a strike. A 1. Nelson fires that one. Strike again. 0-2 incoming now. Zach Nelson ahead by 2 strikes for another time today. To Arago. 0-2, the pitch. That one outside. Arago takes a step as if to swing, but holds back. Good job by him to watch that one. 1-2 count now. The pitch, that one down low. Dumack with the block. No one's going to run. It's a 2-2 count. Yesterday saw the Pioneers able to execute on a double steal attempt by Newark, where Astley stepped in front, made the grab, threw on home to Ryan Jones, who applied the tag and got the out of Angel Gomez. Have to wonder if they think about that again, if they end up sending Buxton. Pitch, that one fouled over into foul territory. Trying to run for that one is Aylward. No good. Heads over to the clubhouse. It remains 2-2. Batavia Muckdogs on their way to clinching the first seed in the West Division today. That one in there, strike three. Zach Nelson's first strikeout of the ball game comes on a backwards K, and we head to the bottom half of the fourth. But Geneva, they break their shutout, they score a run, and they get ready to try and hold off the Pioneers for a second inning in a row when we return. Top of the order coming up now. Alex Davis gets ready to go. Jackson Slater remains on the rubber for the Geneva Red Wings. They scored a run in the top half of the inning and look to try and continue here to hold off the Pioneers. They did not score in the third. Their lone scoreless inning in this ball game. They scored 9 in the second and 2 in the first. Slater deals that one. Held up by Davis, 1-0. Lights have come on here in Elmira, New York for the final regular season home game for the Elmira Pioneers as they look to try and beat the Geneva Red Wings. Getting ready, the pitch outside, 2-0. Pioneers 9-9 at home this season, trying to get their 10th win and have a winning record at home. 2-0 the pitch. That one is hit high towards center field. Attacking that is Riccio. He drifts over to his left and makes the grab for the out. One down now. As coming up is going to be Manny Castro, who flew out his last time up. That was back in the second inning. Second at bat of that inning, where he just flew one to center field, where Riccio was able to make the grab. That one goes low, 1-0. Castro extended his hitting streak to 7 games today, following a single. Pitch that one low, 2-0. As over in the bullpen right now, there is an arm beginning to warm up, or was getting just a couple throws in. It looks as though to be Jacob Jones getting ready to go. 3-0 now. Here to Manny Castro. The pitch, that one down low, ball 4. Now a man goes over to first. That's the third time on today safely for Manny Esley. There, as man on first, as Brett Baker comes back up. Sacrifice fly his last time. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. He had a 2-run single that extended to a second base. As well, he got hit by the pinch, starting his day off. Slater looks to go here. The pitch, that one, low, ball 1. Brett Baker, a lot of the outs so far today have been flyouts towards the outfield, where it's been Baker who's done a lot of that work there. Pitch, that one swung on there by Baker, heads over towards right field. It's going back there, trying to grab it to Filippione, but it's going to be gone. Brett Baker sends this one out of Dunfield for his second home run of the season, and that'll put the Pioneers ahead 13-1. He just got all of that baseball and pulled it over the Weiss sign. Gets a hug with his catcher and his third baseman. Brett Baker, second home run of the season, gets some more RBIs. It's 13-1 in favor of Elmira. And now with the bases cleared, Brandon Dubek comes up. Pioneers extend their lead to 12. And that there will end up being the 32nd RBI on the season by Brett Baker. That one's in over towards right field. Going back there is Nick Filipponi. He reaches over, a leaning out grab. He makes it and gets the out. A tough play there by the right fielder, but he's able to do so. 2 down. Jalen Tidwell now comes up here for the Pioneers. 1 for 2 in the ball game. He does have a single. Looking for potentially a home run of his own. 2 home runs in the season from him. Now tied with Brett Baker. Brett Baker's other home run came in Batavia. That's his first one at home. Pitch, that one goes for a strike. And it seems like when the Pioneers put on a lot of runs, they do so off some big swings. Pitch comes here to Tidwell. He hits that one on the ground. It's in a spot in no man's land. Goes fair past the third base bag. Running over towards second base. See if he turns. He will not. It's a double for him. Big one there for Jalen Tidwell. And that will be yet another play for the Pioneers as Jalen Tidwell picks up his 5th double on the season. Or excuse me, yes, his 5th. Looking at his third triple numbers, he's got 6 triples on the season. Tons of extra base hits for Jalen Tidwell. As now coming up is Tyson Gingrich to get this one going. Lefty batter that came up. Brett Baker sent it over the right field wall to give the Pioneers a 12-run lead. He's getting ready to throw now here. Slater delivers. That one's hit on the ground there by Gingrich. Going to try and make the play there is Marsh. He turns. He throws. That one not in time. Gingrich makes it on over. And on the delay there with the throw, Tidwell moves all the way from second base to home. RBI single by Tyson Gingrich. It's now 14-1 in favor of Elmira. And now coming up is Jack Aylward. You want to know something? Jack Aylward has switched his helmet. He was wearing a white helmet earlier, and now wearing a blue one. Just a little bit of superstition for him. Here comes Slater, the throw. That one fouled right back over. 0-1 count now coming for Jack Aylward here. Set now, ready to deliver. 0-1 from Slater, he throws. That one is hit there by Aylward. Held it over towards right center field. Going back for that one, but it's going to go past his head there of Riccio. Aylward trips as he goes over to first base, and he is hobbling back over. Running on his way home is going to be Gingrich, and that is not a good sign for the Pioneers. They score another run, but Jack Aylward gingerly walked back over to first base following that big hit. He's on first. It's 15-1 in favor, excuse me. Yes, 15-1 in favor of the Elmira Pioneers. Scored 4 in this inning. As they take a second here. Looks as though a pinch runner will come out. Hey, hold on a second here. Have to see who will come out as that pinch runner. As Aylward walks gingerly right now. It's a talk here between Coach Birch, Coach Drum, and Coach Burkhan. Coach Birch, of course, here for those home games. They're discussing right now about it, potentially also waiting on the trainer. As coming on out will be a pinch runner for the Elmira Pioneers. As he steps on out and coming up to be that pinch runner for them is going to be Luke Richards. So Richards comes on, adjusting the belt and weights there. So Aylward will come off there following his RBI single. He's pinch run for by Luke Richards. Have to see how things change defensively. So now comes up Trevor Reed. It is 15-1 in favor of the Elmira Pioneers. They've scored 4 runs this inning. The home run, the 2-run home run there. That one swung on there, heads over towards left field. It's back there. Trevor Reed gives the bat flip. It hits off the wall. Just a little short of a home run by Trevor Reed. He thought he had it, but he'll have a double nonetheless. Gets a little more underneath that one. I'd like to make a correction. Michael Ferranti is the pinch runner. He's wearing what looked like it was Luke Richards' number, but was actually Michael Ferranti. So a RBI double there by Trevor Reed, and he shakes his head. He thought he had a homer. Second homer of the inning. Not able to do so there as Esley now comes up. It is 16-1. First pitch coming to Esley. He swings on that one. It's going to go high. Arago's not able to make the jump to grab. He'll step over. He throws to first. It's not going to be in time. Trevor Reed goes over to third. 16-1 in favor of the Elmira Pioneers. As now coming up is going to be Alex Davis at the top of the order. Single there for Manny Esley. His third hit of the ball game. 3-hit day for him. Davis now comes up. Five runs scored in this inning. 2-run home run by Brett Baker alongside an RBI single by Tyson Gingrich and an RBI single by Jack Aylward. And just that one, the 1-run double by Trevor Reed. That pitch was high. It's 1-0. Throw, that one swung on a miss there for a strike. One. 2 outs. Pinch here into Davis. He swings, he fouls on that one. It's going to be 1-2. Ferranti came home on that double by Trevor Reed. That looked like it was going to go over the wall, but it just hit off the fencing. He had the bat flip and everything. Talk about the order of that swing from Trevor Reed. But now it's Esley on first, Reed on third. The pitch, that one fouled. Remains 1-2 here for Alex Davis. 1 for 2 in the ball game. He flew out his last time up. That was in this inning, the 4th. It's getting ready to go now. Pitch, that one swung on, foul territory. No run over there, no good. It'll remain a 1-2. One-two count incoming here for Alex Davis. Pitch, that one swung on a miss there for strike 3. So that gets down to the bottom half of the 4th inning. The Pioneers score 5 runs off the back of a 2-run home run by Brett Baker. We head to the top half of the 5th. Pioneers look to hold on here when we return. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. We return here. It's a new arm on the mound for the Pioneers. It's Jacob Jones coming out now for him. His last time pitch once against Niagara Falls in that doubleheader with Jones. Zach Nelson leaves the ball game after throwing just 47 pitches on the day. He had allowed just 3 hits, 1 earned run. Pioneers currently lead by 15 here at Dunn Field. And with this break, we're going to show you the standings real quick and talk about what's happening around the West Division. In terms of the other ball games, in Olean, bottom of the 6th inning, Olean leads 11-3 over Jamestown right now. Looking like a strong one there. Top of the 7th over at Newark. Batavia leads 17-0. If Newark can't score 7 in the bottom half of the inning, Batavia gets another win on the season, clinching and holding on to that 1 seat. Niagara Falls, they're at home against Niagara, leading 4-0 right now. Niagara, they're currently in 6th, trying to make a run to get that 4th spot. If they are not able to win, this will most likely be the end of the road for them, because even with a win tomorrow, their win percentage is just a bit too low to try and catch up if Olean and Elmira win. That's the 2 that we're looking at right now. Elmira has the season series over Olean 4-0. Olean, they have 3 games, though, in terms of Jamestown today, a game tomorrow, a game on Sunday. Niagara tomorrow, Niagara Falls on Sunday. If they can win those 3, they make it to the West Division playoffs in their first season in the PGCBL. Elmira, they have to win 2 and hope that Olean loses 1. We return here. Jacob Jones on the mound. Changes as well. Brandon Duback goes at first base in replacement of Jack Aylward, while Ryan Jones comes on in to catch. Big changes here Hope that Jack Aylward's okay. Could potentially see what happens on for the upcoming game this Sunday. If Aylward's not available, this might be the lineup that you end up seeing. As dusting off the plate right now is going to be Nick Filipponi, who comes up and ready to go. Nelson left with just one strikeout on the day. Jacob Jones comes in looking to try and be the catalyst here. Continue the winning ways right now for the Pioneers. First pitch from Jones. That one goes through the legs of the other Jones. It's a Jones on Jones connection right now. Ball one. One-0 here. Jacob Jones out of North Carolina State University Club Baseball. 1-0. The pitch, that one is fouled. There, it's going to be 1-1. The lone left-handed arm that the Pioneers have on the mound in terms of true POs. All the other ones, right-handers. Getting ready now. 1-1, the pitch, that one's hit on the ground there. Jones is going to attack it, but it's being grabbed there by Dubek, who goes over, attacks the batter for the out. So first down comes in there, and for Jacob Jones so far this season, he's thrown just 1 1/3 entering into today. He's had 8 earned runs, 11 walks, 2 strikeouts, with just 3 hits. So 1 down here. Top half of the 5th. Now coming up is going to be Casey Burcroft, who grounded one over to Jack Aylward earlier, the first baseman, and then flipped it on over to first for the out. 1 down here. Top 5, Anthony Labonte taking you through this contest. The pitch, that one is swung hard, heads over towards right field. It's going back there, and that one's going to be gone. Casey Burcroft has himself a home run. Answers the home run by Brett Baker with a solo shot of his own. And the Geneva Red Wings will cut the lead down to 14. It's 16-2 here from Dunfield. Just over the right field wall, and the Bully Hill Vineyard sign points up to the sky, and we'll head on over to the dugout. Big swing there. And with that one, that's the first home run that Jacob Jones has allowed this season. Now coming up is going to be Lucas Marsh. Flew out his last time up. Getting ready to go here. Jones. Set. Kicks, deals, that one. Strike right down Main Street. Out and Olean, they lead 13-3 over Jamestown. If they can get 3 outs in the top half of the 7th inning, they will win via run rule against the number 2 team in the West Division. 1-1 the count right now. The pitch, that one goes for a strike against Marsh. That was a good pitch there by Jones. Went right in the zone. 1-2. 1-2, 1 down. The pitch, that one hit off the end of the man, will go foul. Jones looking trying to get the second out here of the top half of the inning. He just let up a home run to Casey Burcroft. Absolutely smoked that one over the right field wall. Sits at 325. Probably hit that one about 330. And also clear a high fence. That's one of the things with Dunfield, is these fences, as Trevor Reed will attest to earlier in this game, where he hit one off the fence. Brad Baker was able to sneak one on the inner path before that fence there, right where the white sign is. Pitch, that one's inside, 2-2. It's just the nice dimensions of this ballpark. Allows for a lot of extra base hits if you can get one to the wall. Not as many home runs, though. Despite that, a couple of power bats so far this season by the Pioneers have been able to get ones going. The pitch, that one, hit on down there. Tidwell stretches out, he can't make the play. That's a tough one nonetheless. That's going to be a hit. So a single comes in there for Lucas Marsh when he was down in the count, and now Christian Bermudez will get ready to go here. With a man on first and just one down. Here. Looks down from Jones. He's set. He kicks. He deals. That one goes for a strike. First pitch strike there. Coming against the batter in Bermudez. Ground ball here could turn a double play if you get another ground ball like he did before, just a little bit closer to Tidwell. Able to flip over to Esley on to first to Duback. Pitch, that one fouled off. It's not often you've seen the catcher get moved over to first base in the middle of a ball game. That's what's ended up happening here. 0-2's the count right now. Set to go, 0-2. Jones kicks, deals, that one. Outside corner, no good. Just a bit outside. Good eye there by Bermudez. Goes 1-2. One-two count now coming. The pitch, that one's hit on the ground. It's going to be grabbed there by Esley. He flips over to Tidwell. Tidwell steps on second. He throws over to first or Duback. Drops down there, so not able to turn the double play. Tough one there. We'll get the first out, though, on that one. Just bang, bang there. But now it's 2 down on the fielder's choice. It's coming up as the top of the order. It's going to be Dylan Briggs. Had a double his last time up. Trying to see if he can do it again. Get his man from first on the way home in Bermudez. He's got a lot of speed. Was a pinch runner in that last game against the Pioneers. 16-2 in favor of Elmira. Jacob Jones delivers that one. Goes just a bit low, just below the knees. Ball 1. 1-0 count now, 2 down. The pitch, that one swung on there, heads towards center field. Baker moves, gets under it, makes the grab, gets the out. 3 down there. A home run hit by Casey Burkroff, and we head to the bottom half of the inning. Pioneers still lead this one. It's 16-2 from historic Dunn Field. Return here, Manny Castro gets ready to bat. From Elmira, New York, 16-2 in favor of the Pioneers. 14 hits in the ball game. They continue to work on. As first pitch comes in, that one is ripped there by Castro. It heads back there. It's going, and it is off the wall. Castro runs over to second base. He's going to make his turn towards third. It's running down over the throw-off line. A triple by Manny Castro to opposite field. The lone outcome we have not seen in the ballgame today, a triple, and he does so there. And now will be a mound visit. And that seems to be the ball game for Slater. Big swing of the bat there by Castro to get that triple. And we'll step aside as it seems as though Filipponi will go ready to pitch on the mound. Heading out towards the outfield will be, looks like it's going to be Ben Buxton. We'll step aside when we return. Pioneers have a man on third looking to score some more. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, Serve You Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios. Brett Baker steps up. Nick Filipponi is now on the mound. He moves from right field. Out to right field goes McGough. That's Connor McGough as that first pitch goes high. Brett Baker on the ball game so far. 2-run home run. Then he was able to hit to give the Pioneers a larger lead. Right now they have the lead of 14. First pitch comes in following the ball. That one goes for a ball as well. It's 2-0 here. The pitch, that one goes in for a strike. So 2-1 count now. That one swung on there by Baker. It's going to drop on in, and it will score a run. RBI single for Brett Baker. Yet another hit on the ball game for him. That's his third. And it scores another run. And so far in this game, Brett Baker has scored a grand total of 6 RBIs. It's 17-1 in favor of Elmira. Now coming up is Brandon Tuback for the Pios. Pitch, that one outside. Manny Castro scored from third to make this a 17-2 ball game. As Dumac gets ready now, it's a 1-0 count. No outs. The pitch, that one, strike. 1-1. Pitch there inside. 2-1. Sat here. Pitch, that one. They ask if he went. He did not. It's 3-0 now. 3-1, excuse me. Coming here to Brandon Duback. 3-1 count to Brandon Duback. The pitch, that one, swung on the ground there, heads over, gonna go foul. It's now a full count here. For Duback. Ready to go now. Pitch, that one. Ball 4. Brandon Duback gets walked. So now it's a man on first and a man on second for the Pioneers. Is now coming up is going to be Jalen Tidwell to go for the Pios. With 2 men on, including a man in scoring position, he has a single and a double today. Looking to get ready to go now. Brett Baker over at second. Brandon Duback on first. Filipponi kicks and deals that one. Nice fastball in there for a strike. My Filipponi. Makes it an 0-1. On 1 count, the pitch. That one fouled into the man. It's 0-2. 0-2 count here. Filipponi pitches. That one low. 1-2. One-two count. The pitch. That one swung on him. It's there for strike 3. So first down comes by way of strikeout there of Jalen Tidwell. Now Tyson Gingrich will come up for the Pioneers to bring this one forward. So Pioneers right now in the bottom of the 5th, leading by 15 runs, meaning that Geneva has just 6 outs to work with to try and score 5, or else we'd be entering into run rule territory. Hold a time quickly, and we'll return back in. Out in Olean, the Olean Oilers have beaten the Jamestown Tarp Skunks via run rule, meaning that the Pioneers have to win their last 2 games to come close and need Olean to drop at least 1 of their next 2. 1-0 the pitch, that one swung foul there by Tyson Gingrich. Olean has won 3 games in a row now, 2 of which have gone against the number 2 team in the West Division in Jamestown. They control the destiny of the 4 seed. 1-1 the pitch. That one's hit off the end of the bat, and it's going to head over into the outfield. Opposite field hit there by Gingrich. The throw comes on over. It's not going to be in time. Running from second all the way to home is Brett Baker. It's 18-2 Pios. 18-2 Pioneers. As now coming up is going to be Ryan Jones, who gets ready to go here, who's now the catcher in replacement of Jack Aylward. Duback moved over to first following Aylward's injury running the base path. Pitch, that one swung on by Jones. Got a nice double yesterday against Newark. That is an RBI in that one. Jones right now is looking at an a batting average right now of .086. He's now in an 0-2 count. Coming on now. 0-2, the pitch outside, 1-2. One-two count incoming to Ryan Jones. The pitch, that one is hit off the end of bad foul. So it goes 1-2. We have just about crossed over the 2-hour mark of this ball game. Official start time 6:56. 1-2, the pitch, that one fouled again by Jones. Staying alive in this at-bat, but just getting late on these ones. And looks to reset. And say, hold on a second for new baseballs to be placed in. Batavia beats Newark 17-0 in 7 innings. Out in Niagara Falls, the Americans currently lead 4-1 over the Ironbacks. The Ironbacks are down to their last out. That one swung on there by Jones, and it's going to go into the outfield. Jones has back-to-back hitting days. And that'll load the bases. Just a grounder there by Ryan Jones for a single, and now the bases are loaded once again with just one out. Now Trevor Reed comes up. His last time up, he had that double. Then he thought was going to clear the wall, just a touch too low up there towards left field, but was able to score a run. First pitch, that one swung on foul. There, we'll head over to the home side bullpen area. Oh, 1. The pitch, that one, low, 1-1. For Trevor Reed. Was been a guy in these lineups that it seems as he's been shifted around just about anywhere. Pitching mound, third base, outfield. That one's foul, 1-2. Can go anywhere on the field. That's part of the reason why he continues to work for this team. When was an opening day starter. That one's fouled off of him. He takes the bat off and he'll take a couple steps to walk around here. It's as though it hit the leg of him. It's taking a second. Coach Drum's going to come over to talk with him and make sure he's okay. That was just a nasty hit there. Going down towards the shin. So it'll take a second here. One-two count here. Trevor Reed gets back in, following the foul ball. Knocked off of him. Filipponi trying to get the second out of this inning. The 1-2, the pitch. That one's down low. Good grab there by Tamura. 4-ball. 2-2. The pitch. That one high. Full count now. Pioneers have scored in every single inning outside of the third. 2 in the first, 9 in the second, 5 in the fourth, and 2 right now in the fifth. 3-2. The pitch. That one fouled off. Remains alive, and that's at bat. Full count for Reed. Bases loaded. Pitch outside, and that'll put another run home. The pitch. That one's outside. 19-2 in favor of the Pioneers, as walking on home will come Brandon Duback. Doc Nassley potentially giving him a tip on what to look for on this next one, as it's 19-2 Pioneers. Nassley gets ready to go. 1 down here, bottom 5. Pioneers trying to put on another 20-piece. They've only done so once this season. That was against Newark. 23-0. Trevor Reed over at first is with ginger in his run and his snaps. Seems when he's putting weight down on that right leg. That one goes for a strike. It's going to be an 0-2. Pitch, that one. Strike 3's the called, so Manny Essley will strike out the second time tonight. Backwards K, and now coming up is Alex Davis. Gets ready to go with the bases loaded. Up in Niagara Falls, a bases loaded situation, top 9. First pitch, that one in there for a strike. There, 0-1. Throw, that one. Check swing, did he go? Say he did, and that's strike 2. 0-2 count, bottom 5. Filipponi trying to get out of the inning. Bases loaded right now. Davis would have to get one in play or get walked to score another run. The pitch, that one, strike 3's the call. So down go the Pioneers there, back-to-back strikeouts by Filipponi, and we head to the top half of the 6th inning. 19 runs the Pioneers have scored in this one. Geneva trying to piece their way back into it when we return here on the Pioneers Broadcasting Network. The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators,
Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom's South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go Pios.
Return here, top of the 6th inning. Jacob Jones remains on the mound for the Elmira Pioneers. Niagara Ironbacks have just lost to the Niagara Falls Americans, not being able to score in the 9th inning enough runs that they need. 4-1, the final score. Niagara currently sits at a .500 win percentage on the season, and that will just about eliminate them from playoff contention, especially if they aren't able to win against Olean. Of course, the tiebreakers, but it seems as though that should eliminate them from contention, considering Olean has the tiebreaker over them right now. Even if Olean were to lose to Niagara tomorrow, they would still have the tiebreaker in terms of record versus playoff teams, pushing them ahead of Niagara. So the Ironbacks just about eliminated from the West Division playoffs, leaving down to 2 teams. The Olean Oilers, who control their own fate. If they win their next 2, they make it into the playoffs. And the Elmira Pioneers, who currently right now are leading this ball game 19-2. A .500 winning percentage right now for Niagara. That one is hit there by Mahoney. Attacking that one's Baker, makes the grab, gets the out. So 1 down now. Jacob Jones able to get the first out there of Quinn Mahoney. Now coming up is going to be Saiji Tamura coming in now to take this one forward. Trying to get another hit for Geneva. They're down to their last 5 outs to try and score 7 runs. Here, top of the 6th inning. Pitch, that one goes for a strike. Jones drops that one, but we'll go for a strike nonetheless. Oh, 1 the count here to Tamura, the catcher on the ball game. Pitch, that one fouled. There. See, gives a hand up, went towards the stands. Fan play over there. Oh, 2 incoming now. The pitch, that one swung foul, strike into the mitt. That's the first strikeout of the day by Jacob Jones. And so now it's 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Up to bat now comes Jeremy Riccio, center fielder. Riccio gets ready to go here. Jeremy Riccio trying to get things going for the Geneva Red Wings. So that one swung on a miss there for strike 1. So far today for him, 0 for 2. Pop out and ground out. A 1. That one fouled back. 0-2. Count. 2 outs. Jacob Jones trying to get the third one. The pitch, that one too high. Good grab by Ryan Jones. Goes 1-2. And 1-2 the pitch, that one fouled. Back there. Sent the pitch, that one swung on there, high in the air, going to be underneath there by Tidwell for the third out. 1-2-3, down go Geneva. We head to the bottom half of the sixth. Pioneers lead 19-2. Geneva will have just 3 outs to work with in the top half of the seventh to try and score 7. The Pioneers look to make that mountain a little bit harder to climb when we return. As Sunday Morning by Maroon 5 plays here at Dunfield, one of the fan favorite songs on this Elmira Pioneers team. Potentially their final home at-bats of the season. Coming up now, Ben Buxton, he's pitching for the Red Wings. As there's a conversation happening right now between some of the coaches for Geneva. Due up for the Pioneers, it will be the 2-3-4, Castro, Baker, Dubeck getting ready to go. 17-run lead right now. Just did the math on it. Based on how they rule ties in the PGCBL as basically a half win. So it would be looking at basically a win for Niagara right now based on their 2 ties, but does count as 2 games. Niagara right now, even if they were to win their game tomorrow, if the Pioneers win this game, the Niagara Ironbacks are eliminated from the West Division playoffs. As Castro comes up now. Castro gets ready to go here. He had a triple his last time up. He also has a single in the ball game. Looking to see what he can do against Ben Buxton. First pitch, that one goes for a strike. 0-1. Pioneers have an opportunity to put up 20 runs for the second time this season. Castro holds off there. It's going to be a 1-1. Once again, last time they put up 20 runs in a ball game, that was a 23-0 game against Newark. 1-1 count. The pitch. That one outside corner, ball. Just a bit outside, 2-1. Set, kick, deal. That one swung on a miss there for a strike. It's 2-2 here to Castro. Getting ready to go now. Pitch, that one. Gonna go in there for strike number 3. So down goes Castro by strikes. Buxton gets his first out. And now coming up is Brett Baker, who had a home run earlier in this ball game. Has a grand total of 6 RBIs as well. Big day for him. Bottom 6. Potential run rule in effect if the Pioneers can get 3 outs in the top half of the inning before allowing 7 runs. More than 7 runs. Buxton, high pitch, no good. 1-0. Here comes the next throw. That one's low, but in there, strike 2. Pioneers have not swung the bat so far in this bottom half of the inning. 1-1 count. Pitch for a ball, 2-1. Three-one count. Coming in. Sad kick deal from Buxton. That one swung on by Baker, heads over towards right field. But going underneath that one is going to be McGo. Makes the catch and gets the out. So 2 down now for the Pioneers. Their last out they have to work with at home this season, unless they're able to make to that championship game. They come in the 4 seed. That means that they do not have an opportunity until the game against the East Division champions. So this could be the last home game of the 2026 season. Brandon Duback comes up to the plate now. He walked his last time out. First pitch ball, 1-0. That one swung, and it's going to go foul. It's going to be a 1-1 count now. 1-1, 2 outs. Kick, deal. That one off the end of the bat, heads over towards second base, where Slater will take the snap, throw to first. Stretch, grab, in time, out. Good play there. That's out number 3. We head to the top half of the 7th inning here from historic Dunn Field. The Pioneers just need to get record 3 outs, and this game will be all over with a run rule victory when we return here at historic Dunn Field.
The Elmira Pioneers are sponsored by AIM Independent Living, AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Ann's Pancakes, Centralis Health, Blaze Brockway, Bully Hill Vineyards, CAF USA, Casa Trinity Prevention, Chemung Canal Trust Company, Chemung Supply, Coca-Cola, Council Rock Wealth Advisory Group, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevrolet, Elmira Heat Treating, Chemung County Family Fitness Center, Finger Lakes Federal Credit Union, FM Howell, Glove House, Guthrie, Hilliard Corporation, Honeybee Made, Jubilee Foods, Kahuna's, Kennedy Valve, M&T Bank, Martha Lloyd Community Services, McDonald's, Papa John's, Pathways, Pinecroft, Rodney J. Strange, ServPro, ServU Credit Union, Sheddens, Solutions Credit Union, Southern Tier Custom Fabricators, Susan Minchin Dentistry, Swan Morse Insurance, Texas Roadhouse, Tom South Corning Collision, the United States Army, the United States Navy, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Wise Markets, Well Now Urgent Care, WETM, Wiggle 100, and Woodbrook Assisted Living. Thank you for sponsoring the Elmira Pioneers, and go.
Return here, top 7 now incoming. Jacob Jones on the mound for his 3rd inning of work, trying to get 3 outs to move on to Sunday in a must-win game against Auburn for the Pioneers. The scenario right now, if the Pioneers win this ball game, Niagara is eliminated from playoff contention. Then Olean is the last competitor for that 4 seed in their first season in the PGCBL. What they would need to do for Olean is win the next 2 games or win more games than the Pioneers win in the next 2. As throw comes down there, tagged, thrown down and grabbed there by Tinwell. Because right now, the records are tied entering into the day. It remains tied. Pioneers have the tiebreaker in terms of that 4-game sweep on the season. And coming up to bat here for them will end up being Buxton. First pitch to Buxton from Jones. Runs inside. Holds off 1-0. A lot of festivities post-game here, including the jersey auction that's happening post-game, as well as post-game fireworks. 1-0 the pitch. That one swung on there. Grounder foul. 1-1. Buxton gets smack into the box. Ryan Jones gives his sign up to his arm. Jacob Jones throws. That one inside corner to go for a strike. Just a touch too far inside. It's 2-1. Looked pretty good from here. Not enough there. The pitch, that one. Check swing, strike. 2-2 count, no outs. Ben Buxton. The Geneva Red Wings need to score 8 runs here to hold off a run rule loss. The pitch, that one, outside, 3-2. Outside of the home run in this Mac in the 5th, Jacob Jones has had a strong outing. He had a 1-2-3 last time. Full count, the pitch, that one, swung on there, heads over towards right field. Gingrich will run in, puts the glove down. Does he make the catch? He does. Buxton takes the helmet off and gives a sign over to Gingrich. One of the best outfielders in the PGCBL makes another play there. Absolutely incredible. See Tubac with the hands out. Like, how'd you do that? Great play by Gingrich. 1 down. Now coming up, CJ Arrigo looking to get ready to go here with 1 down. Jacob Jones throws first pitch strike. It's an 0-1. On 1 count, the pitch, that one outside. 1-1. 2 outs Geneva has left to work with. Right now, Tinwell playing back towards the outfield grass. Takes a step in. That one swung on and missed there for a strike. 1-2 now. If Jacob Jones gets through this inning, despite it being a 19-2 score, he would earn the save in this ball game. The win would end up going, or correction, Jacob Jones would actually get the win due to Nelson not going the full. That one goes into the outfield. Or I'll check with my stats guy to make sure. 1 second here. That one swung on, and it's going to be a, see what they say. The first base ump is arguing that it was a fair ball. first base coach, but they rule it as a foul. So here we go. Just checked here. So if it's only a 7-inning ball game, the way that it works is the pitcher only has to go 4 for the decision. And because Zach Nelson ended up throwing 4 innings, he would be in line for that one. Here. That one. It goes for a strikeout. Another strikeout here for Jacob Jones. 1 out away from him getting his first save of the season. Now coming up is Nick Filipponi. Correction. Connor McGo now steps up here. Actually, no, it is Filipponi. Filipponi remains in this lineup. Ready to go. 1 out away from ending this ball game are the Elmira Pioneers. Pitch. That one's fouled back. It's going to be an 0-1. One count. Jacob Jones got there his second strikeout. The Pioneers have only had 3 strikeouts in this ball game. 2 by Jones, 1 by Nelson. 0-1. The pitch. That one swung on there. Foul. It's going to go 0-2. And so you look at these games left for the Pioneers. That game against Auburn could be a crucial one as well if Olean wins, because there's a chance that Auburn misses the playoffs. They haven't even clinched yet. If Olean were to win out and the Pioneers beat Auburn, opportunity that Auburn does not end up actually close to getting in. Just a whole sort of situation with win percentages and all that sort of jazz. And so 1-2 now incoming here. The pitch, that one swung on and missed for strike 3. The third strikeout of the day by Jacob Jones, and that will end the ball game. Jacob Jones gets his first save of the season. Zach Nelson gets the win, and the Pioneers now return back into the 4th seed with a must-win game against Auburn coming up this Sunday. They wait here, and you see the little sign there by the infielders to each other as the team begins to run on in. 19-2 victory, Elmira over Geneva in this ball game. And with that, let's look at the standings real quick. They have changed. This was the standings entering into the game. Batavia, they won. They're 28-10, 10-1. They have clinched the West Division regular season championship. Jamestown, they're number 2. They are 24-11-2 now, following their loss to Olean, who's now 19-17. Elmira, 19-17. Niagara's 18-18. They are officially eliminated from the playoffs due to the Pioneers winning the ball game here today. Geneva, they move down to 14-21-1. Niagara Falls goes to 13-26, and Newark goes to 6-26. So the race is on. 4-5 going through the rest of this season. Upcoming games for the Pioneers. Just one. That is against the Auburn Doubledays. That's happening this Sunday. Myself and Evan Baird will be on the call. We will be there at Auburn. The game starts at 5 o'clock in the early evening. We hope to see you there on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network for a day that will be filled with drama. Olean, they try to get into the 4th seed in the West Division. Elmira, with a win and an Olean loss in one of their next 2 games against Niagara, Canada, and Niagara Falls, would get in. If Olean were to win out, though, it does not matter the result on Sunday by the Pioneers. Olean, due to having the better winning percentage, would end up making it. I'd like to give a special thank you here to our owners, Robbie and Miss Nellie Nichols, alongside our general managers, Mark and Tabitha Witt. Our assistant general manager is Jacob Rose. Our statistician for the evening Ethan the Turtle Franklin. For the last time from Dunfield of the regular season, we hope to see them back here in the championship game if they make the playoffs. But the last time of the regular season from historic Dunfield Municipal Stadium, I am Anthony Labonte here in the 2026 season. The Elmira Pioneers beat the Geneva Red Wings 19-2 in 7 innings. And on Sunday, it's going to be the determining factor of does Elmira play another game on Monday, or do they end their season off in Auburn? We will see you then here on the Elmira Pioneers Broadcasting Network.